Welcome to the yet another session of Certificate Course in Yoga for Human Excellence. We're very happy to have you all, and I hope there are less number of technical glitches today. Touch wood. So let us start with the breath meditation. Varika Vayagam, Varika Vayagam, Varika Valamudam. Be blessed by the divine. I request every practitioners, dear yogis and yoginis, to sit on a floor with the mat beneath you, or sit on a couch, whichever is comfortable for you. Make sure if it is a chair or a couch or a sofa, make sure you're sitting in a cross-leg posture. If it is not comfortable for you, keep your foot on the ground and make sure you sit in the middle portion of the chair, not at the edge of the chair, at the middle portion of your chair. Make sure your spine is erect, your head, neck erect. Be as relaxed as possible. Varika Vayagam, Varika Vayagam, Varika Valam. Guru Varika, Guru Vetanai. Be blessed by the divine. அழுத்தமெனும் உந்து ஆற்றல் ஒன்றை கொண்டே அழுத்தமெனும் உந்து ஆற்றல் ஒன்றை கொண்டே அணுமுதலாய் அண்ட கோடி அனைத்தும் ஆக்கி வழுத்தம் ஓர் அறிவு முதல் ஐந்தும் மாறும் வழுத்தம் ஓர் அறிவு முதல் ஐந்தும் மாறும் வகை வகையாய் உயிரினங்கள் தோற்றுவித்து முழு திறனுடன் காத்து முடிக்கும் மேலாம் முழு முதற் பொருளே நம் அறிவாயாற்றும் பழுத்த நிலை வரும் வரையில் நீ நான் என்போம் பதமடைந்தோம் ஒன்றானோம் பரமானந்தம். எப்பொருளை எச்செயலை எவ்வுயிரை எக்குணத்தை எவரொருவர் அடிக்கடி நினைத்தாலும் அப்பொருளின் தன்மையாய் நினைப்போர் ஆற்றல் அறிவினிலும் உடலினிலும் மாற்றம் காணும். இப்பெருமை இயல்பூக்க நியதியா எவர் ஒருவர் குருவை மதித்தொழுகினாலும் தப்பாது குரு உயர்வு மதிப்போர் தம்மை தரத்தில் உயர்த்தி பிறவி பயனை நல்கும். Be blessed by the divine. The atmosphere around us is being purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is being purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is being purified by the divine power. May the divine energy descends upon us. We're being purified and blessed. Divine energy is descending upon us. We are being purified and blessed. The divine energy is descending upon us. We are being purified and blessed. The divine energy is protecting us, guiding us, leading us day and night at all times, at all our places, in all our work. Salutations to Mother. Salutations to Father. Salutations to Guru. Vedatri Madhuri. It's time for meditation. Gently focus on your breath. Focus on your breath. practitioners of sky meditation, kindly focus on Agna Chakra. Those who are new to the system, kindly focus on your breath. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. With the grace of the divine power, may we all enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. By the grace of the divine power, may we all enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, wisdom, and peace. By the grace of the divine power, may we all enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. Now it's time to bless your life partner. When you think of your life partner, say Varga Valamudan within your mind. Now bless your children. Those of you who are unmarried can bless your parents. Manadara Varthanga. Now bless your siblings. Bless your close relatives and friends. நெருங்கிய நண்பர்கள் மற்றும் உறவினர்களை வாழ்த்துவோம். Bless the people who are connected with you in your daily routine. அன்றாட கடமைகளிலே நம்முடன் நெருங்கிய தொடர்புடையவர்களை வாழ்த்துவோம். Your boss, your colleagues, your neighbors, everyone with whom your life is associated in daily basis. இன்னல் புரிவோர் எதிரிகளாக நினைப்போர் எவரேனும் இருப்பின் அவர்களும் மனம் திருந்தி நல்வாழ்வு பெற கருணையோடு வாழ்த்துவோம். There are any enemies or miscreants, bless the person. The best lessons come from them. Zero price. வாழ்க வளம். Let peace prevail within us. Let peace prevail around us. Let peace prevail all over the world. Peace, peace, peace. Now it's time to conclude the meditation. Gently rub your palms, place it on your eyes. Give a gentle massage to your face. Raise your hands up from the sideways. Take a deep breath and relax. வாழ்க வளம். All right. வாழ்க வளமுடன். So this particular part, which is called as blessings, we say வாழ்க வளமுடன். Now what is happening when we are saying வாழ்க வளமுடன்? We always, in this particular system of Sky Yoga, Vedatri Sky Yoga, we start by saying it's like good morning or good afternoon for the people who are in the system, which has got a lot of scientific benefits too. Let me explain that in a nutshell for you all. The word வாழ்க வையகம் and வாழ்க வளமுடன் are having the root Tamil words, which might not be grammatically correct, but which is ethically and morally doing adding a lot of values if it is followed in day-to-day routine. Now, what is the term Varga means? Why it is Varga? We might have all noticed it from time immemorial, where we always bless the rulers, the politicians, the leaders. We say Varga Varga. Even in fact, when we are into a marriage, we bless the couples by saying Varga, பதினாறு பேறு பெற்று பெருவாழ்வு வாழ்க. And what does the word Varga means? Varga comes having a root word called Varkai. What is Varkai? It means life as such. Now, what is Varga? Varga means to live the life. How to live the life? With all the prosperities. That is Varga Valamudan. Now, what is happening when we are reciting Varga? There is something called Bija Mandra and Nirbija Mandra, Sabija Mandra and Bija Mandra, which is like some mantras doesn't have meaning, but have it has got the strong resonance, the vibrations of when we are pronouncing particular word. But some words have got meaning, but they might not be as effective when it comes to vibration. But this particular word Varga has got both. It has got both Bija and Sabija. Now what is happening? When we say Varga, we have that letter called Ir. There is a lot of famous Tamil songs which gives you the importance of spelling the Ragara Varisai. What is Ra Ra Re Re Ru Ru Re Re Rai Ro Ro Rau and Id? These are all Ragara Varisai letters. So when we are pronouncing this Id, we have to notice that the tongue tip is touching your upper palate, even in fact the deep upper palate. Just beyond that, just up above this upper palate, there resides an important gland called pineal gland. The pineal gland, which is responsible for our biorhythm to happen and function properly. It is also essential for taking care of the master gland itself. We all know the pituitary gland is the master gland, but something which is mastering the pituitary gland itself is the pineal gland. When it comes to spirituality, this particular pineal gland has got its significance. This is also called as 1,000-petaled lotus or a 1,000-petaled flower. In fact, we can see in, there is, we all know Buddha, right? In fact, at the crown of the Buddha, you might be seeing small coil-like structures over his head. They used to say that is like 1,000 coil structured layers are there in his crown of his head. Now, there is a brief history beyond that, like behind that. When he was doing his meditation under the Bodhi tree, when there was heavy sunlight, it was a hard summer season, and at that point of time, to cover his head from the extensive sunlight, a lot of snails with conches came and sat on his head, and that is why he is getting that peculiar structure of a coiled figure over his head. We think it is a flower, but it is actually snails which protected Buddha from the extensive sunlight. So, keeping that apart, this particular pineal gland is completely responsible for the spiritual progression. If somebody has to progress spiritually, if somebody has to know the purpose of life, if somebody has to win in the spirituality within the race between the self and the senses, one has to master pineal gland. And when we are pronouncing Varga, the ir, when we are pronouncing the letter ir, it goes and touches the upper palate. It gently stimulates the pineal gland, which in turn takes care of the mind functions as well as the bodily functions. And when this is the word of the Bija mantra, the Varga, it has got a meaning, and the letter ir is giving a resonance, which is helping our pineal gland to activate. The best part is, to whom you are saying, whom you're thinking and saying this particular word, they will live a prosperous life. And the person who is also blessing, which is us, we also get to live perpetuously. So that is the benefit. The sender will also get benefited, the receiver will also get benefited. And it is best when we are doing this during Brahma Muhurta, the early mornings, where the whole world goes quiet, the half of the world at least. And at that point of time, when we are reciting this mantra, this particular word, it creates its own magic, because everything is a wave, a biomagnetic wave around us. And what is Varga Valamudan? We are living with all the prosperities. Varga Vayyagam, the earth which is giving all the prosperities in form of materials, resources, in form of any kind of thing which we are having in our day-to-day life, it is because of the Mother Earth which has given us everything. So when we say Varga Vayyagam, we are blessing the world which is giving all the Valam, all the prosperities. And then we say Varga Valamudan. So that is the key mantra of Vedatri Sky Yoga practices. We have Mantra Yoga, we have Guru Bhakti, we have Raja Yoga, we have everything within us, just like every other yoga systems. But this will suit you the best. This is very much tailor-made for the contemporary world. Varga Valamudan, let's get started with today's session. It is nothing but the simplified physical exercises. We have got only one topic to be covered, which is acupressure. We'll get to that straight away. Before that, I'm just going to give a quick recap. Last time we weren't able to listen to the Swami's exercise. I'll just upload it in the LMS, as we have done for all the other online recordings. So yes, as we know, we are having an evolution. We are coming from the monkeys, we would say. And before monkeys, there are a lot of other species which have evolved to form monkeys. So which means, if we are going to take the very first living thing which was in this earth, it might go billions and billions of years ago. But what is the best part about it, and what is the worst part about it? We are getting to live a beautiful life, unlike other living beings. But the worst part, or a challenging part, I would say, is we have inherited all the qualities of all such life forms within us. It has been inherited through our DNA. We have got all the things stored, registered in our DNA. Some things are dormant, some things are very much active. All right. So on such a way, we are evolved in as five senses. One is the first sense, which is plant, which has got only touch sense. The second sense, which is nothing but the worms, which has got taste and touch. All right. The third is insects, which can I mean, I guess they can smell, I guess, right? Yes, they can smell the ants, everything. They can smell, they can, and then they can, I'm sorry, I'm just stuttering. They can smell, they can feel the touch, and also they can feel the taste. So this is the third sense. The fourth sense, they have the ability to breathe. They can have that order senses. And the fifth sense is nothing but they can have the hearing sense. All right. The sixth sense is, of course, one big animal which is sitting in front of you. Maybe the wiser animal, I would say. So that is nothing but the human beings, the Homo sapiens. Like we are the most. Swamiji would say, தமிழ்ல ஒரு சூப்பரான வாக்கியம் இருக்கு. அந்த வாக்கியத்துல என்ன சொல்வாருன்னா, இயற்கை என்னும் பூங்காவிலே இறுதியாக பூத்த மலர் மனிதன் அப்படின்னு சொல்வார். Man is the pinnacle of transformation, where he is that one last flower in the park called nature, or a garden called nature. So that is the most significant part. Being a human, getting a birth like a human is very, very phenomenal. It is very rarest. There is a famous saying of Avvayar. She states it very beautifully. அரியது எது வெனகேட்கும் அறிவடிவேலோய் அரிது அரிது மானிடராய் பிறத்தல் அரிது. Which means it is very rarest of rare to take a birth of a human being. அதினும் அரிது கூன் குருடு செவிடு பேரு நீங்கி பிறத்தல் அரிது. More rarest of that, of being born as a human, is that not having any problems in our body, which is like being blind or deaf or dumb. That is even more rarest, and more rarest than the problems that we have in our body is that மானிடராய் பிறத்தல் அரிது கூன்குருடு செவிடு பேடு நீங்கி பிறத்தல் அரிது தானமும் ஞானமும் கல்வியும் நயத்தல் அரிது. So learning the wisdom in the form of education is more rarest than that. And what is more rarest than the wisdom and education? It is nothing but தானமும் தவமும் தான் செய்தல் அரிது, which is nothing but choosing to be with having a virtuous way of life and having a way to do the meditation, gifted in a way to do meditation. These are the most rarest things. Just imagine, in this particular course that we have taken, we are knowing the significance of being a human being. We are knowing the significance of being a human being by doing all the yogas, asanas, pranayamas, everything like that. And third is we are learning the wisdom through the art of education. And last, we are trying to do meditation also. And definitely once we start to do meditation, we will be living virtuously than ever before. So that is the most important thing. Okay, now moving on to the next slide. So as I said, everything is imprints. Everything is being stored in our genetic center, the center which is responsible to carry forth all the imprints to the next progeny, or in shaping up a new progeny. Everything, every little thing, the one which I'm speaking right now, the one which you are listening right now, everything is getting recorded in the wave system of our own body. As I said last time, I'll just give a quick recap. We saw what is biomagnetism. Now let me take this phone. How everything is getting imbibed in this phone in the form of a memory card. It's all magnetism. It all gets stored in zeros and ones. We are the evolved form of magnetism, where everything is getting stored in form of ACTG, the adenine, cyanine, thymine, guanine. So this way in our DNA, everything is getting registered. Am I right or not? So it is very important for us to make sure these imprints are purified by us. We should not let any of these imprints which are dormant to become active, which will become a big problem for us. So the imprints, right? In order to change the imprints, we have to know, we should have some kind of physical exercise. So for boys, that was games which were given in the past period, and for girls, it was dance. We have already discussed about this in the first class. So if somebody has imprints, it will be shown in three ways. All right. The first way is that it will be in form of pain. It will be in form of disease. Pain is nothing but if there is a short circuit in the biomagnetic flow. As we said, we felt the biomagnetism, right? If there is a short circuit in that biomagnetic flow, it can be sensed as pain. And when that pain prolongs, I'm sorry, there is a lot of noise disturbances. Okay. So if that pain is prolonged for over a period of time, over a particular area in our body, that is called as disease. And once disease prolongs for so long time, if there is shortage of biomagnetism, then there occurs the death. All right, we'll be learning about death and all those stuffs in future. So for first thing, how does this pain occur? When there is the stoppage in circulation of blood, heat, and air, the problems will start to occur. All right. In order to make sure we do not have a painful life, we have to make sure all these circulations are happening in a proper way. And once one such practice is innovated by Sri Vedatri Maharishi, who is a qualified Siddha physician, qualified Ayurveda physician, and a homeopathy practitioner, who is giving us this simplified physical exercises. All right. This physical exercises helps in regulating all the three circulations: Vada, Pitta, and Kapha. Okay, it also helps in getting rid of animalistic imprints, the so far stored imprints of these much thousands and thousands of years from our ancestors and all the living beings beyond that. We have to make sure to get rid of these imprints to live a peaceful life as a human. All right, and then this also gives minimum movement to all the body parts, and it also eventually leads to a healthier life. All right. So there are two stages of simplified physical exercises. One is posture, one is movement. The posture where we are being static. For example, we are standing like that. Okay, in that particular, we are maintaining in that posture. And what is movement? We are giving a dynamic movement. For example, if I'm raising my hands right now, this is a movement. And what is the posture? Me standing stably, me sitting here stably. So these are the two stages of simplified physical exercises, which helps in regulating all these three circulations. Now, when you take all the asanas, the hatha yoga, the complicated part of asanas, everything, they have got a lot of rules and regulations. Certain asanas should not be performed during summer season, winter season, rainy season. It has to be performed only when all the Sidoshanamnu solluvaanga. It is like your environmental conditions should go hand in hand when you're practicing yoga. Now, but when it comes to simplified physical exercise, it can be done at any season by anyone who has got any lifestyle and who's succumbed to any habits. So anybody, if we are human, sorry, there was at a point of time or a point line there was one religious organization which came to Swamiji and they said, you're giving Brahmanyanam and all those universal teachings to everybody just like that. You should not give it like that. It should only belong to a certain part of certain people, like how we used to give. So this is the way the religious organization is demanding Vedatri Maharishi to not to teach everyone this particular Brahmanyana. This is a beautiful practice. I mean this is a beautiful philosophy which makes us feel that everybody are brothers and sisters all around this world. This entire universe is us. So these are the concepts that you will learn from this particular. I'm just saying you the fraction of it. Okay, so they are demanding to some Vedatri Maharishi. Vedatri Maharishi says, I am seeing only one, I have only one agenda. It is to give it to all the people. And the second thing is that if there is any regulation or what to say, தகுதின்னு ஒன்று இருக்கு அப்படின்னா, if there is two qualities that I'm seeing to teach this, it is nothing but one has to have a physical body, and the same physical body should have got life within it. The உயிர் இருக்கணும்னு சொல்றாரு. உடலும் உயிரும் இருந்ததுன்னா நான் இந்த பிரம்மஞானத்தை கொடுப்பேன், இப்படிதான் நான் தகுதி பார்க்கறேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்ன உடனே. So I'm just saying, these particular exercises, this entire system of yoga is designed for every people around the globe, no matter which geographical or climatical zones they belong to, or any time zone they belong to, they can do this exercise. So that is the greatness of this particular simplified physical exercise. Okay, so why it is very necessary and why the gymming or asanas are not necessary, I mean not working the best for every people. It is because it is very tough to do it, and it takes a lot of sacrifice to gain a muscle, but here it is very easy, it is very modern, and it doesn't create any side effects if not done wrong. All right, and this also helps in bringing a proper meditation within us. It strengthens the body, it balances the functions of the body, and it eradicates the sin imprints. All right, so yeah, so as I said, there are three ways in which we will know that we have got sinful imprints. One is that if there is any physical ailment, if there is any disease in our body, then it is said to that we have sinful imprints. Pava பதிவுகள் இருக்கு. பாவம் இருக்குன்னாவே உடலிலே நோய், உள்ளத்திலே குழப்பம், வாழ்க்கையிலே சிக்கல், turmoil in life. If there are these three, it is said that we are having sinful imprints. Now show me a person who doesn't have got these three. Everybody in this world has got these three. So it is very necessary for us to make sure we purify this. And the first part for not living, living without disease, we need this simplified physical exercise. Okay. So this is a beautiful exercise designed by Vedatri Maharishi. It can be done from the age of 8 to 80. It increases your immunity, and make sure you do it in an empty tummy. All right. It should be done in a slow and smooth manner. Whatever I have taught you so far, whatever I taught you so far. And last, if there is solid food which is being taken, it is 4 hours of gap. And if it is a liquid food, we have to have at least half an hour of gap. Okay. And then the general rules: women with menstrual cycle should not do this practice. Anybody who has undergone a surgery in last 3 to 6 months, do get advice from your doctor and make sure you can do the exercise. And the most salient feature of this exercise is that whichever work you're doing it in 8 hours, you can do it, complete it by 6 hours. That is what Vedatri Maharishi is saying. Good, isn't it? Yes. That is how simplified physical exercise works. Okay. The learner may take some times to realize the benefit. It helps us in striking the balance between the life and family, the career and family. And the most important thing is the next progeny that we are going to have, the birth that we are going to give to the next progeny. The babies will be really, they'll be healthy by their mind, they will be healthy by their body. So that is very important. And always Vedatri Maharishi has the practices that could target on giving good genetics to our children. So that is the most beautiful thing. By that we can cultivate world peace. All right, am I right or not? If there is any problem in body and mind, it is going to be very tough for us. If not, it is going to be easy, right? So yes, there are totally 9 parts of the exercises: hand exercise, leg exercise. I guess you all remember, and I'm just giving me a modest justification that you all are watching the LMS. Time to time you're revising everything. So first thing is hand exercise, second thing is leg exercise, third is neuromuscular exercise, and fourth is eye exercise, fifth is Kabalapati, Makarasanam, massage, acupressure, and relaxation, out of which we have seen all. Today we are going to see about acupressure, and we'll be jumping to Suryanamaskar, and then later part we'll be concluding the session with Pranayama. So now it is time for us to know about what is acupressure. Before that, I'm just going to give a quick things about this hand exercise. This exercise, portion number 1.1, it helps in the blood flows to the shoulder. And not only that, when we are giving movement to our hands, it completely focuses on our cardiac cycle. The blood which is coming in, the blood which is going out, the impure blood, the pure blood, every transportation is being taken care of in a beautiful manner when we are shaking our hands. So that is why whenever we go to a temple, we always raise our hands up. So I mean, you just name any religion, they've got all those things where they shake their hands, they give movement to their hands. It's nothing but it improves your cardiac cycle. All right. So next is 1.2. It helps you in contracting and expanding our lungs by synchronizing our breath also. So this is 1.2. The 1.3, which is nothing but 3, 4, 5, we are rotating our shoulders. This lubricates our joint, the important universal joint, the shoulder joint, in beautiful manner. And not only that, it also helps in this cardiac cycle to happen properly, where the inferior vena cava, superior vena cava, aorta, every kind of important blood vessels, without any obstruction in their flow, they happen very smoothly and relentlessly. So these are the exercises which help for that. And 1.6, this helps in bringing your hand-eye coordination properly, and it also helps in making sure the nerves of the spine are functioning in its efficient manner, and it also stimulates your pituitary and pineal gland. So these are the some. I'm just having a random clip. And this is 1.7, which is the last exercise, the knee rotation, where it gives, the knee joints are getting healthier. And not only that, the important part is that the nerves of your hands mostly end at your knee joints. They don't go further. We have a connect. Our entire body is a kinetic chain. All right. In similar way, the nerves are getting connected everywhere, the blood vessels, everything. So most of the blood vessels and nerves which are starting from your hand have got the connection till your knees. So that is why we end the area in this exercise with knees. All right. So next, it's leg exercise. We are giving the rotations, which is helping for alleviating any joint pain as such. And the next important part is just a minute. There's one important exercise where we roll we crank our ankles. It helps in lymphatic drainage. If there is any lymphatic system which is in a turmoil situation, this particular cranking of ankles will make sure there is no lymphatic drainage in our body. It helps in properly putting everything out of the body, whichever is not required. Right? The reflexology is beautiful because all the nerves, 72,000 nerves in our body gets ended at our foot. And when we are pressing the foot region, it helps in enhancing the biomagnetic energy, and it also stimulates all the organs which are associated with our feet. So as I said, uh, these are the way it is all connected. So you can see eyes, ears, shoulder, arm, diaphragm, gallbladder, liver, small intestine, sciatic nerve. Every little thing is connected with our feet, and that is why it is very important. Even in fact, the footwear that you wear, நீங்க போடுற செருப்பு கூட உங்களை ரொம்ப கான்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணுச்சுன்னா கூட உங்களுக்கு அந்த உறுப்புல ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் வரும். ஸோ அதனாலதான் எப்பயுமே நீங்க நல்லா பாருங்க, the ancient days, the Indians, they almost never wear shoes or anything, whichever contracts. They'll be always grounded to earth, where the energy will be grounded. Only the people who are good in meditation, uh, they wear the slippers, the sandals, which are like which is wooden in nature, where they don't. Just a minute. I'm having Air India and then Emirates, everything flying over my head. Okay. Since this is sky system, I guess the sky is in too much of traffic today. So yes, I guess it's gone. So very important. All these are connected. So that is நான் மறுபடியும் இது சொல்றதுக்கான காரணம், LMS will not push you to do the practices regularly. I know that myself. I know this personally. See, as a management, நாங்க வந்து சொல்லலாம் நீங்க பண்ணணும் பண்ணிடணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. But I know what is the real truth. I have been a student of online portal, as well as I've been a student of LMS, and I have been teaching people also over online. It is very tough for us to follow through LMS without any teacher specific role. Especially in yoga. If it is any other stream, it is very easy. But that is why I'm just saying all this, because that is when we know the importance of doing all these exercises. So straight away, this is neuromuscular breathing. Then we have the eye exercise. This helps you in bringing your eye into proper functions. And Kapalabhati, which helps you bring out every impurity which is stagnant in your lungs or your windpipe, and then your nostrils and your sinus cavities, everything. It brings out everything. It drains it efficiently. And next, Makarasana, which helps in spinal health. As I said, Nariya Vishangal Patham Ponavaram, Makarasana Pati. So I hope you all understand it. So these are the vertebrae that we saw. I'm just giving you a quick recap. One is cervical, and then is lumbar, thoracic. There's 5 lumbars. So yes, these are the important points to note about our vertebra. And as I said, in Makarasana A, it goes from top to bottom. First, it gives movement to your cervical, then to your thoracic, then to your lumbar, then to your sacrum. All right. When it comes to Makarasana B, it goes in an upward level where it first gives movement to your sacrum, and then to your lumbar, and then to your thoracic, and then to your cervical. So that is how the Makarasana exercises work. It's beautiful exercise. You just do it, you will feel yourself relieved from a lot of things. All right, a lot of pain and compressions. Even the regular day-to-day life, the work routine will affect your spinal health. This will help you a lot. And massage, as I said, it helps you in removing the constipation, in developing your digestive organs, giving us good bit of stimulation. And then we are massaging our chest, which helps in preventing us from massive heart attacks, and making sure that the circulation goes very well. All right, in all the postures. All right, we give movement to the circulation system in all the postures, even when we are standing, even when we are sitting, even when we are lying. All right, and then massage to your head prevents headache, migraine, everything, and face brightens up while we are massaging, and sinus congestion is removed completely when we are doing that facial massage. And then when it comes to ear reflexology, as I said, see, everything is connected with your ears, every little bit of thing. Ureter, kidney, rectum, diaphragm, appendix, you name it, I can show you the nerve endings in the ear. So that is how it is all related. So it is very important for us to do this ear reflexology also. It is being beautifully connected. And coming to today's session, this is 14-point acupressure. You all know acupuncture. Acupuncture is nothing but using a pin which is mounted with copper, silver, or any other useful metals, which has got the properties of drawing in all the energy which is suspended in the universal magnetism. So what happens in acupuncture? It is very painful process where the needle is being inserted by the therapist onto important points. They call it the traditional Chinese points, where there are a lot of meridian nerves which are getting connected, interconnected. All right. When once that nerve is activated by giving the external energy drawn from atmosphere to that particular nerve, that particular organ will function to its fullest efficiency. So that is what is happening in acupuncture. Now, when it comes to acupressure, we use our own index finger and our left hand in order to bring the balance in our body. Okay, when we are doing it in a regular basis, we will never need a therapy. Of course, the food habits are very important. The moderacy in food, sleep, work, and sensual and sexual gratification, and then thoughts is very, very important. So yes, so these are the important things. So just நல்ல ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. உணவுல அளவு முறை இருக்கணும், உழைப்புல அளவு முறை இருக்கணும், உறக்கத்துல அளவு முறை இருக்கணும், உடல் உறவுல அளவு முறை இருக்கணும், எண்ணத்திலையும் அளவு முறை இருக்கணும். அதிகமாகவும் பண்ணக்கூடாது, புறக்கணிக்கவும் கூடாது. Only when we are following all these 5 and doing simplified exercise will work. If a person is going to eat 1 bucket of biryani and then do simplified physical exercise and try to expecting things to change in his body or her body, it is never going to happen. So food habits are the first thing where a yogic practice will enhance, and doing yogic practice will enhance to bring moderacy in food also. All right, so that is one thing. So how to do this 14-point acupressure, I'm just going to give you the quick guide. So this is number point 1. All right, so when we see, I'm taking my left hand. All right, I guess everything is visible for you. All right, money on phone. So you have to take your left hand, place these 3 fingers of your index, your middle, and your ring finger perfectly on the first, second, and third protruding part of your cervical region. Like here. இங்க வைக்க கூடாது, இங்க வைக்கணும். கேமரா ஆஃப்ல இருக்கு. ஏமா இருக்கே. ஓ கேமரால போன வர மாட்டேங்குதோ. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Okay, as you now can see, the first 3 fingers of your left hand crossing from your forward direction. Right? You have to bring it in the forward direction. Okay. Cross over your chest. All right. Your index finger, your middle finger, and your ring finger should be placed perfectly on the protruded part of the cervical region. So this is where you have to place it. And then you can keep all your other fingers normally as it is existing. Okay. So this is point number 1. So this is how you have to do it. Okay, this is point number 1. இந்த மாதிரி வச்சுக்கணும். நீங்க இத படுத்துட்டு பண்ணுவீங்க. It should be done when you are lying down. All right. நீங்க வந்து கையை தூக்குன மாதிரி வைக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. You can rest your left hand elbow and your arm over your left chest. That is not a problem. So this is point number 1. Point number 2, you have to take your index finger. All right. So இப்போ index finger பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா it should be like this. We are going to do other points only with your index finger and your thumb finger. All right. All right. And very important part is that you should not release your first point, this particular posture, until you complete the entire 14-point acupressure. All right, that is very important. So this is how you have to start. All right, now உட்கார்ந்து பண்றேன், ஆனா நீங்க படுத்துட்டு தான் பண்ணணும், சரிங்களா? So this is point number 1. Point number 2, from your sternum, from the exact point where in the நெஞ்சு குழின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அங்க இருந்து 1 inch எடுக்கணும். 1 inch you can measure like this, the 3 fingers. So the third finger will be your 1 inch. So there you have to point. Okay, this is point number 2. I'll say you the benefits after this thing. Okay, so this is the second point. From there you have to take another 1 inch. This is the third point. Okay, from there you have to take another 1 inch, which will be exactly positioned 1 inch above your navel region. The toppal kulikku 1 inch male exact irukum. That is your point number 4. All right, now let's go to point number 5. You have to insert your index finger and you have to raise it, pull it up vertically 90 degrees. ஓகேங்களா, படுத்துட்டு இருந்தீங்கன்னா வராது, 180 தான் இருக்கும். பட் நான் இப்போ உட்கார்ந்துட்டு இருக்கறனால காமிக்கிறேன், டுவர்ட்ஸ் அப்வர்ட் சைட். ஓகே, திஸ் இஸ் பாயிண்ட் நம்பர் 5. ஓகே, பாயிண்ட் நம்பர் 6, you have to use your thumb finger and push it from your navel region, push down towards your urinary bladder. This particular point will help you with all the issues of urinary bladder. In fact, urinary incontinency can also be handled. All right, so this is point number 6. Point number 7, again put your index finger into your navel and draw slowly towards the right side shoulder diagonally. X போட்ட மாதிரி, X plus போட்ட மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஓகேங்களா, and then point number 8, do it exactly opposite, swap side towards your left side shoulder. Do it with me, கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியா இருக்கும் அப்பதான். ஓகேங்களா, and point number 9, you have to place it towards your right side thigh, only your index finger, by using your index finger. The next point, point number 10, you have to insert your thumb finger and push it towards your left side thigh. Correct, navel kulla vechu pananum, and make sure you don't give too much of pressure. It should be very, very, very light and tender. Okay, so this is point number 10. Now let us move to point number 11. From the nipples, we have to take one, this is the measurement. Okay, you should extend your little finger, orjan சொல்லுவாங்க தமிழ்ல. Okay, when you make this, wherever your little finger is getting touched, that is your next point where your liver comes into play. You have to use your index fingers. Only in 2 points you should use your thumb finger. Other than that, 3 points you should be using your thumb finger. Other than that, we'll be using index finger. All right, now next, take the same measurement from your left side chest and place your index finger. This is where our pancreas resides, our spleen resides. It is very important. And then next, take your thumb finger. We are going to place our thumb finger at the meridian point. All right, you have to, I'm not taking my hand without completing all the 14 points. That is very important. அதனால தான் நான் இப்படி வச்சிட்டே இருக்கேன். ஓகேங்களா, so at your right side hip, you have to place your thumb finger exactly here, the one between the place between the hip joint and the rib, the last rib. Okay, there will be a fleshy part, கொடம் தூக்குற இடம்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அங்க வந்து உங்களுடைய thumb finger வைக்கணும். This is your 13th point. And in the 13th point க்கு opposite point இல்ல, இது மட்டும் தான் உங்களுடைய last point. We are not going to do it for the left side and all. Okay, so this is your 13th point. And at last, 14th point, I'll show you by kneeling down. Okay, so this is the place where I'm going to tie my belt. Okay, this is the position where I have to place my 14th point. See, exactly at the left, over your left thigh, in between your hip region. Yes, place your index finger. And once you take your right hand off, then you can release your left hand off. Okay, so this is your sorry. All right, so this is your acu-pressure, 14-point acu-pressure. Now, with no further delay, let me explain you all the okay. So the first point, where we are placing our hands behind our back, this helps in, this is the place where the nerves of the brain, medulla oblongata and spinal cord join together. And in fact, the vagus nerve starts from here. All right, so இது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்டான ஒரு பாயிண்ட். இங்க இருந்து நம்ம எனர்ஜியை டிரா பண்ணி மத்த எல்லா பாயிண்ட்லயும் நம்ம ரைட் ஹேண்டை வச்சு அதை பாஸ் பண்ண போறோம். அதுதான் வந்து இந்த அக்குப்ரெஷரோடைய இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ். ஓகேங்களா? தென் 2, 3, 4 the point number 2, 3, 4 அந்த நெஞ்சுக்குழியில இருந்து ஒரு இன்ச்சு வைக்க சொன்னோம் இல்லையா? The point number 2, 3, 4 helps in protection of gastric juices and it makes the food colloidal gets balanced. அதாவது அது acidity pH வேல்யூவை வந்து நார்மலா வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு it will be really helpful and it helps in digestion also. கொஞ்சம் acidity ஆச்சுன்னா கூட the entire internal walls of the intestine will get ruptured, due to which the energy will not get distributed throughout the body and this will result in a lot of complications. So this particular 2, 3, 4 will help in that. Number 5, okay, the 5 is nothing but we are bringing in the index finger and making sure we are drawing it upwards. Okay, it is the place where it stimulates the gallbladder and the bile is produced properly. The food is acidity is reduced in the food and it activates the pancreas and adrenal glands and it protects from the disease of blood pressure and diabetes. All this is happening within only one point. The sixth point, which is where we insert our thumb finger and then we push it downwards. இந்த இடத்துல உங்களுடைய யூரின் ப்ராப்ளம், மென்ஸ்ட்ருவேஷன் சைக்கிள், உங்களுடைய யூட்டரஸ் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் எல்லாமே வந்து இதுல சால்வ் ஆகும் அப்படின்றது வந்து பேப்பர் போட்டிருக்காங்க. They have did a research, proper research. They are published in a journal. They are with the proof, with scientific evidences. So the point number 7 and 8, where we bring it near our right shoulder and towards our left shoulder, there where our gallbladder is getting activated, the fat depositor is getting subsided. The fat depository is getting subsided. The 9th point, where we go towards the right side thigh, there is where the formation of appendicitis is, prevented. And if there should be no outgrowth of the appendicitis, as we know. So that will not happen when we are doing the point number 9. Point number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All these helps in, keeping the fecus liquidated. அதாவது டாய்லெட் மல கழிவுகளை வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஈரப்பதத்தோட வச்சுக்கும், so that constipation cannot occur. It will produce the glucose and give energy to the body. It also produces the life force and multiple vitamins of A, B, C and D. So இது எல்லாமே வந்து உங்களுக்கு இந்த point number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14ல வந்து it is happening. Especially the 14th point helps you in bringing all the fecal matter out. The last point நான் சொன்னேன் இல்லையா, பெல்ட் போடுற இடத்துல பண்றது, it because there is the place where rectum is residing. All right, so இதை நீங்க வந்து ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. So வாழ்க வளமுடன். This completes your acupressure. All right, வாழ்க வளமுடன். So I guess this gives you a small understanding about what actually we are going to learn and what we are to practice in future. So what I want you to all remember is that only practice will make you understand what are the important benefits of this practice. So I request you all humbly to do these practices. I know it is very tough, but do take an effort. Definitely the universe will help you in teaching it in a proper way by sending proper people around you. So for that, just take this course as a stepping stone to explore in the field of yoga. All right, let us not put an end to it by getting the certificate. It's not the end of yoga. This is where we are trying to cultivate interest in doing yoga in day-to-day life, in learning yoga, in exploring yoga and bringing yoga as life it is. So அதுக்கான ஒரு விஷயமா இதை எடுத்துக்கங்க. இதுல நம்ம எல்லாம் கத்துக்கலான்ற மைண்ட் செட்டுக்கு வர வேண்டாம். Because sometimes it might be disappointing because the LMS will not motivate us. Because நம்ம யாருமே வந்து கோவிட் பேட்ச்ல படிச்சவங்களே இல்லையா, எல்லாருமே வந்து லிட்ரலா பிசிக்கலா கிளாஸ் ரூம்ஸ் போய் படிச்சவங்க. So it will be really hard, challenging, but it is okay. Take this as an opportunity, to make sure we are going to practice it in future also. So it will help you in attracting a lot of good people who are good yoga instructors. Maybe I will even come to your residence and take classes also, maybe. So that can happen, or you will join our classes. Okay. So let it happen. Let this learning grow. Now it is very important. We'll just take a quick 2 minutes break so that I can set up with my camera module, and then we'll be learning Surya Namaskar. It is going to take another 20 minutes. I request your, I'm already appreciating your patience for so long while. Surya Namaskar kathika porom. Let us stay tuned. Just a 2 minute break. And you can all be there. போய் உங்களுடைய கடமைகள் எதாவது இருந்தா முடிச்சுட்டு வாங்க. In 2 minutes we'll be joining. Yeah. The meeting will be still running. Okay, all right. I'm just trying to provide you two different angles. One will be close-ups, where somebody is going to handle the camera, who is going to come near me, giving you all the important aspects of Surya Namaskar. And the second is this angle, where I'll be communicating with you through the camera angle. Right, Bhargav Valamudan. So we are here for the next session on Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar is a okay, fine. Surya Namaskar is a most. I'll teach you all this theory, and there is a lot of theory which is put in LMS. I'll just give you a quick thing. Okay. Surya Namaskar, how there is a sun in this universe, there is one sun which is residing in our body, our Manipuraka chakra. This Manipuraka chakra is acting as the sun itself within our body. To enhance the functions of this Manipuraka chakra, there is something called Surya Namaskar. Now, when we take Surya Namaskar, the Surya Namaskar has never been into the system of yoga up until 1700s. இப்போ ரீசெண்டா ஒரு 300 வருஷம் முன்னாடி தான் இந்த சூரிய நமஸ்கார they have included in yoga pattern. As it is very dynamic in nature, அதாவது ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்டா மூவ்மெண்ட் இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும் இல்லையா, இது ஆசனாஸ்குள்ள கன்ஸ்ட்ரெயின் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. இது ஒரு சீக்வென்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஆசனாஸ். It has got 12 asanas as a sequence, which I'm going to teach you. All right. Before that, I want you all to chant a prayer. Hands in Namaskar Mudra. All right. Om Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasya Pihitam Mukam Tatpan Pushana Pavrunu Satya Dharmaya Drishtaye. So this is nothing but a prayer, a invocation to the sun god, where we say, "O sun god, you are the lid for knowledge. In a vessel, you are the lid for knowledge. Only when the lid is being opened, your golden rays of knowledge comes into us. So help us to remove that lid," is what is being signified in this particular sloga. All right. So this is the open prayer. Now let's start with Suryanamaskar. Okay, you just watch me first, and then if it's possible for you, if you already know, you can do it alongside with me. The model that we are going to learn today is Shivananda model of Suryanamaskar. There are a lot of schools and yogic systems. Everybody has got their own Suryanamaskar model. Right now, you're going to learn the Shivananda school of yoga, the model of Suryanamaskar. All right. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate. There are 12 asanas. I'm going to demonstrate to you. Okay. So always start doing Surya Namaskar when you are on the top of the mat. Okay, you should be top on the mat. You should be positioned in such a way that you're standing on the top of the mat, and you should always. Okay, there are a lot of street vendors. Okay, so next important thing is that you should always face the east direction. That is very, very important. Okay. So this is the first posture. So this is the first posture. Mic on. All right. So this is the first posture. Now look up here.
Okay.
இல்ல இதுல மைக் வந்து ஆஃப் பண்ணணும் நானு, இல்லைன்னா எக்கோ அடிக்கும். சரி, ஓகே, சவுண்ட் கம்மி பண்ணிடலாம். Fine. So the first portion is very important. You have to tuck your chin, extend your chest, and make sure your hip is in line, and you should balance your body weight evenly through both of your foot. That's very, very important. If you're going to stand in this way or this way or this way, this is going to help, affect your posture. That's very important. So square up your feet, right? Tuck your chin, extend your chest, loosen up your shoulders, roll back a bit. All right. So this is how you should stand. This is the sthiti. This is the initial posture how to get into your Surya Namaskar. So come to the top of the mat.
ఎక్కువ வரலாம் அவங்க மெசேஜ் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்காங்க.
மைக் வரணும் சொல்றேன், மைக் ஆஃப் பண்ணு. இது பேட்டரி முடிஞ்சிச்சு. உங்களுடைய சவுண்ட் ஆன் பண்ணு. ஓகேவா? வாழ்க்கை வளமுடன். ஓகே, இப்படி வந்து பண்ணிக்கலாம். நான் எங்கேயும் திரும்ப. Okay, so this is how you have to stand. And right now you have to inhale, raise your hands up. All right. To make sure your arms are touching your ears. All right. So this is very important. So this is the first. And as you exhale, you have to bring your hands up your chest. All right. Now this is Pranayama, where we are saluting the sun god. Okay. Now the second posture, as you inhale, raise your hands up, stretch back. This is Hasta Uttanasana. You don't have to bend too much when you're doing Shivananda model of Surya Namaskar. All right. So that's very important. You should not bend too much when we are doing Shivananda model of Surya Namaskar. Your arms must be in line with your ears. All right. Now next, as you exhale, you are going to do the third posture, which is nothing but the Pada Hastasana. Right? See, you have to draw in your abdomen. You have to pull in your abdomen and extend your tailbone outside. All right? And then place your hands near your feet, besides your feet. That is very important. And try to touch your knees using your head. And if it is a problem for you, if things are not comfortable, if there is a lot of tension in your hamstrings, here you can gently bend your knees and then place your palms on the ground. So this is one such thing, one such methodology you can handle. All right. So this is the third posture. First is Pranamasana. Second is Hasta Uttanasana. Now third is Pada Hastasana. The Hasta is coming near the Pada. All right. So this is your third posture. Now the fourth posture is take your right leg back. All right. You have to tuck in your toes. All right. And place your knees over the ground. First take your right leg back. That is very important. Now look at my left leg. The left leg should have a proper 90-degree of angle. All right. You should not lean too forward or you should not go back. This is not the way we do. We have to make sure this is in a proper 90-degree angle, and it should be completely, the left foot should be completely placed in between both of your palms. That is very important. Here, you have to inhale. Now, as you retain your breath, moocha hold panikano, you have to perform kumbhaka here and take your left leg back. Here, you have to make sure, don't go like this and do not come to a mountain pose. This is not the proper way of doing this Dandasana. Okay, this is also called as Dvaipada Ashwa Sanchalanasana, where you have to gently push the floor. You should push the floor, make a hunch. தெரியுதா இங்க ஒரு ஹஞ்ச் இருக்கும் பாருங்க என்னுடைய பேக் மசில்ஸ்ல அந்த ஹஞ்சை பண்ணிட்டு இந்த மாதிரி பார்க்கும் and draw in your abdomen கோரை வந்து நல்லா உள்ள டக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா நல்லா இருக்கும். And now as you exhale, put your knees down, then your chest down and your chin down. And make sure both of your elbows are being together, sticking to near to your chest. Here you have to exhale and go to this position. Now as you inhale, place your toes outside, put your hip down, inhale and arch back. Bhujangasana. Here we have to inhale. As you can see, my chest is getting expanded. Wherever our chest is getting expanded, we have to inhale. This is the Bhujangasana. And next, we are moving to Parvatasana. Here we have to resemble the shape of a mountain. We should make sure that our ears are in line with our arms. And at the back, my feet should completely fall on the ground. If it is not possible for you to place your entire feet on the ground, it's okay. You can stand like this. That's not a problem. Okay? You can see here, I'm rolling back my shoulder. I'm taking my tailbone towards the upward direction. And I'm just gently pushing so that my chest is getting extended. This is Parvadasana. Now, in some yoga books, you can see the figures touching the floor. Like this. This is called as Adho Mukha Svanasana, which we should not perform in this particular model of Suryanamaskar. We have to stick to the line of our ears and arms. This is Parvadasana. This is Adho Mukha Svanasana. But we should do Parvadasana for this model of Suryanamaskar. And later part, place your left leg down. All right. Now bring your right leg forward and then stretch your left leg. For some people, it will be very hard for you to take it in the same way. For example, if this is Parvadasana, you have to bring your right leg forward. Now, when we are bringing right leg forward, some might not be able to, fix the feet exactly in between both of your palms. It is going to be very tough. So that is where I'm giving you a small hack, where from Parvadasana, you first kneel down, okay? Be comfortable. Now take a step forward and bring your right leg forward. Once you're done with this, if this is comfortable, you maintain this posture. If it is not comfortable for you, you can even more give a good bit of stretch. Now take your left leg back and come to a proper Ashwasandhala pose. It is called as the equestrian pose, where we resemble like a horse, a running horse. And then as we exhale, come to the forward for the Astasana. And as you inhale, Hasta Uttanasana, and then we are coming back to Pranamasana. So this is half a set of Suryanamaskar. Now we are going to do a full set. I'm just going to demonstrate you quickly all the postures. All right. So it goes like this. You can take 2 to 5 minutes to complete half a set of Suryanamaskar, and a full set of Suryanamaskar you can take up to 12 minutes. That is not going to be a problem. So inhale. I'm sorry, once more. I'm coming with breath awareness. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Close your breath. Do not leave it out. And then exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. So this is how we do Surya Namaskar. Now when we are doing each posture, there is a lot of benefits which are happening. It stretches your back muscles. It gives a good stimulation to your digestive organs. It also tones your entire muscular system. And it also alleviates you from certain bit of back pain, which is negligible. But if you have back pain, if you have issues of arthritis, if you have issues of obesity combined with a lot of, and if you have cardiac problems, we suggest you to not, you can try, but don't make it as a practice. Do not strain yourself, because yoga itself means ahimsa. We should not give himsa to it. So that is what we are trying to communicate now. And this is the entire round of Surya Namaskar. If anybody is willing to do it with me, I'm just going to perform one more round. I hope we all can do it together. All right. So I'll just give instructions also along with when I'm doing. Try to do it with me. If not, just have a popcorn. See to this guy who is doing all this stuff. All right. Now we are moving to the same Surya Namaskar. All right. I'm showing you in this angle. Inhale, exhale, Pranamasana. Inhale, stretch your hands, give a gentle arch back. Hasta Uttanasana. As you come down, you see, I'm just giving movement to my tailbone first. Exhale, come down, place your foot down. Pada Hastasana. Now here, gently bend your knees, place your palms firmly on the ground. Now as you inhale, take your right leg back, inhale, and look up. Next, hold your breath, Dandasana, or Dvaipada Ashwasandhrana. Here you see, I'm not being like this. I am pushing the floor. I'm trying to maintain my composure. I'm squeezing my butt. I'm squeezing my thighs. I'm pulling in my abdomen. And this is how you come to the posture of Dandasana. Now, as I exhale, knees down, chest down, and chin down. For initial for initial level of practitioner, chin will do just fine. If you are an intermediate practitioner, you can place your forehead. But for a beginner level, you can have your chin on the mat. Now, as you inhale, toes out, keep your hip down and arch back. And make sure in Bhujangasana, both of your legs are together. Now, as I exhale, I put in my toes, I tuck my toes, I give small pressure in my knees, raise my hip up. Right now, with the pressure mounted on my hand as well as my toes, I'm lifting my hip up. Parvadasana. I'm exhaling here. Now again, I'm bringing my right leg forward. equestrian pose. I'm inhaling here. மூச்சை உள்ள இழுக்கிறேன். Now as I exhale, Padahastasana. It is not necessary for you to do like this. The word perfection in yoga means what is the best version of you. That's all. Maybe for me, I'm doing like this. For you, you may not be able to touch here. Very simple. Just keep it like this. This is your Padahastasana. Don't need to worry. Don't compare yourself. Put to your fullest possibility. Do not try to compare yourself with others. We'll slowly get there. சித்திரமும் கைப்பழக்கம் செந்தமிழ் நாப்பழக்கம்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. It is only practice that will take you to height. Okay, so that's not a problem. Padahastasana. As you inhale, arch back. Say hi to fly a breath. Hasta Uttanasana. As you exhale, you're coming back to Pranayama. So this completes the Suryanamaskar. So the regular practice, the consistent practice will help you in attain perfection for which is for your own body. Like every level of perfection is on individual basis. We can't majorize it for the entire population. Whichever is coming good for you, that is your perfect posture. So strike the perfect posture. Try not to do it properly. Try not to do it in a wrong way. That will complicate things for you. So make sure you have a proper insight of what is Surya Namaskar and how to do it. And before practicing Surya Namaskar, do the postures in an individual way. There are 12 postures, right? அதை மட்டும் தனித்தனியா பண்ணுங்க. அது தனித்தனியா பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் next do 3 together, first 3, and then do next 6 together, and then next do another 3 together, and then go to the 12 postures. If you're going to go it on the first round itself, you will make a lot of mistakes, and without having a tutor near you, it might be getting complicated also. So stay safe, do it in a proper way. I am there to help you out all. And if there is a class or session required, I'll just try to make it also. That is not a problem for me. But make sure you guys practice this. As I said, முதல்ல 3 பண்ணுங்க, அதுக்கு அடுத்து 3 postures பண்ணுங்க, அதுக்கு அடுத்து 3 postures பண்ணுங்க, அதுக்கப்புறம் 3 postures பண்ணுங்க. Like this, slowly develop. Don't do 12 at a time when you don't have confidence or knowledge about the Surya Namaskar, because we are all new to this system. Varga Valamudan, thank you so much. I hope you can all, you got benefited from this session, and we'll meet in the next session. Thank you so much. This is me, Arjun Venkatraman, signing off. I guess Ramadevi Amma has already left because of she's having her personal things. Thank you so much. Varga Valamudan. All right, Varga Valamudan, we'll meet, and I will upload this video as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Varga Valamudan. Any doubts? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, you can ask. யாருக்காவது doubts இருக்குங்களா? Okay, you can't unmute. I just now recognize that. Okay. Okay, now asking all to unmute.
Varga Valamudan, Arjun.
Varga Valamudan, Amma. Varga Valamudan. I hope things are going well for you, Varga Valamudan.
Varga Valamudan. I was there for a whole, the full session இருந்தது. ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. So we just wanted to say thanks to that. And I think everybody enjoyed and also understood Surya Namaskar in a better way. இது வந்து practice பண்ணுவாங்க கண்டிப்பா. I think you have instilled the interest in each one of them. So hats off to you. Thank you so much. So just I thought I will thank you for this wonderful session today, Arjun, and also the participants. So one or two things which I wanted to say is that நேத்தி வந்து I have sent messages, mails to the trustees of the Sky Centers for the blended certificate students இருக்காங்க இல்லையா, அவங்க who are residing in India. அவங்க எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து நான் ட்ரஸ்டீஸ்க்கும் போட்டுட்டேன். அதே மாதிரி அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் உங்களுக்கும் நான் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன். ஸோ செக் ஆன் தட். This is only for the students who have joined blended course who are residing in India. So there are 5 students who are abroad. நான் மெசேஜும் பண்ணிருக்கேன் குரூப்ல. அந்த 5 பேருக்கும் வந்து I think we will take an approval. Because ஆன்லைன்ல வந்து டாலர்ஸ் பே பண்ணாதனால வந்து நாங்க ஒரு we have to take one approval from the authorities. அதாவது காலேஜ்லயும் சரி அதே மாதிரி அந்த அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டியும் வாங்க வேண்டியிருக்கு. ஸோ இந்த பேமெண்ட் ஆஃப் ஃபீஸ் டு தி ஸ்கை சென்டர் அப்ராட் அது வந்து ஐ திங்க் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி paid separately by the student. So அது மாத்திரம் நாங்கள் அப்ரூவல் வாங்கிட்டு then we will communicate to all the 5 centers and also to the students. So that is what I wanted to ensure. I hope all of you are going through the LMS கொஞ்சம் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். டவுட்ஸ் ஏதாவது இருந்தாக்கா தயவு செய்து நம்மளோட வாட்ஸ்அப் குரூப்ல போடுங்க. அர்ஜுனும் நானும் கண்டினியூஸா பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கோம். You all know that. So we will also clarify you whenever it is possible. So நான் புக்ஸ் பத்தி கேட்டிருந்தீங்க. I think I have also shared the books-ஓட site லிங்க் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன். So whatever books you wanted to buy அந்த லிங்க்ல போய் பார்த்துட்டு நீங்க எல்எம்எஸ் சைட்லயே வந்து உங்களுக்கு என்னென்ன புக்ஸ் படிக்கலாம் ரெஃபரன்ஸ் எடுக்கலாங்கிறதெல்லாம் வந்து இட் இஸ் given very clearly in that. அதையும் நீங்க பார்த்துக்கோங்க. Thank you so much and hats off to all of you. Happy learning. Let us sign off this time. Thank you.
செந்தில் குமார் சார் வந்து ஒரு டவுட் கேட்டிருக்காரு. how many cycles we can do per day ன்ட்டு. சூரிய நமஸ்கார். ஸோ செந்தில் சார் நீங்க ஃபார் எவ்ரிபடி இன்னைக்கு ஒரு வாட்டி மட்டும் பண்ணி பாருங்க, ஒரு செட் மட்டும் பண்ணுங்க. தென் ஃபார் அ வீக் ஆர் டூ வீக்ஸ் யூ கேன் டூ இட் ஃபார் 3 sets alone. அண்ட் ஆஃப்டர் தட் ப்ரோக்ரெசிவ்லி ஒரு 6 sets பண்ணுங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு 9 sets வரைக்கும் புஷ் பண்ணுங்க. within 3 to 4 months you can bring it to 12 sets of Surya Namaskar, which is advisable. அதுக்கு மேல நீங்க போனீங்கன்னா it will be very rigorous and muscle spasmsலாம் கொஞ்சம் அதிகமா இருக்கும். So I feel it is okay to start with 3 sets first week and then slowly increase the counts and you will be there by 6 months. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you sir. Thank you so much. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வணக்கம் அர்ஜுன் சார், பேசுறேன்.
எஸ் மேம், சொல்லுங்க மேம். வாழ்க வளமுடன் மேம்.
அந்த லெஃப்ட் நீங்க அந்த அக்யூப்ரெஷர் யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது இந்த லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றோம் இல்லைங்களா சார்? 3 fingers வச்சு அந்த ஏன் அந்த நம்ம 3 fingers யூஸ் பண்றோம், அதனால நம்ம ரீடிங் அந்த அது கொஞ்சம் விளக்கமா இன்றைக்கு இல்லைனாலும் அடுத்த கிளாஸ்லயே எங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் இன்னும் டீட்டெயிலா சொல்ல முடியுங்களா?
அதான் இதுல ஆக்சுவலா சொல்லியிருக்காங்க மேம். ஸ்பைனல் கார்டு, அப்புறம் நர்வ்ஸ், அதுக்கப்புறம் நர்வ்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் பிரெயின், ஸ்பைனல் கார்டு வந்து அங்க மீட் ஆகுறதுனால அந்த இடத்துல வந்து நம்ம கை வைக்க சொல்றாங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்லாம ஸ்பிரிச்சுவாலிட்டியில உங்க ஆஸ்ட்ரல் பாடியும் பிசிக்கல் பாடியும் சிங்க்ரனைஸ்டா ஒர்க் பண்ற இடம் எது வந்து ரொம்ப சிங்க்ரனைஸ்டா ஒர்க் பண்ண வைக்கிறதுனா தட் பர்டிகுலர் ஸ்பேஸ் அந்த பிரெயின் ஸ்டெம் தான். ஸோ அந்த இடத்துல வந்து கரெக்டா நம்ம பாயிண்ட் வந்து லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட்ல வைக்கிறப்போ லெஃப்ட் இஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் ரிசீவர் ஆஃப் எனர்ஜி, ரைட் இஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் கிவர் ஆஃப் எனர்ஜி. ஸோ நம்ம அந்த லெஃப்ட்ல ரிசீவ் பண்ணிட்டு வி ஆர் ஸ்லோலி channelizing all those energy from that particular point to the particular visceral organs of our body so that our functional ability இன்னும் நல்லா இருக்கும். And I will also definitely explain it to you in future. அது இன்னும் ப்ராப்பரா கூட நம்ம அனாட்டாமிக்கலாவும் சரி ஸ்பிரிச்சுவலாவும் சரி அதை ப்ராப்பரா எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றதுக்கு நான் ட்ரை பண்றேன். வாழ்க்கை வளமுடன்
சார். குட் மார்னிங். வாழ்க வளமுடன் சார். சிவகுமார்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். சொல்லுங்க.
இப்போ நம்ம இந்த சூரிய நமஸ்காரம் பண்றோம்ல சார், சூரிய நமஸ்காரம் வந்து நம்ம இண்டோர்லயும் பண்ணலாம்ல, இல்ல அவுட்டோர்ல? இப்போ நம்ம
இல்ல நான் வீட்டுல வந்து இடம் பத்தலன்னு அவுட்டோர்ல பண்ணேன். பட் இண்டோர் இஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் நான் எப்பயுமே 90% இண்டோர்லயே பண்ணுங்க. எந்த ஒரு யோகிக் ப்ராக்டிஸா இருந்தாலுமே இண்டோர் இஸ் பெஸ்ட்.
ஓகே.
ஏன்னா உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்டர்னல் சன்லைட்டு, ஏர் இது எல்லாமே உங்களுடைய எனர்ஜியை வந்து நிறைய ட்ரான் பண்ணிக்கும், அது இழுத்துரும். ஸோ அதனால நீங்க முடிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு எந்த வித பஞ்சபூதங்களுடைய சக்திகள் வந்து அதிகமா இல்ல இன்டென்சிஃபைடா இல்லாத ஒரு இடத்துல நீங்க பண்றது வந்து இட் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்.
ஸோ எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஹாட்டாகவும் இருக்கக்கூடாது, எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம் கோல்டாகவும் இல்லாத
ரைட் டெம்பரேச்சர் ஃபார் அவர் பாடி டு ஃபங்க்ஷன் டு இட்ஸ் பெஸ்ட் ஆப்டிமம் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ்.
ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார். தேங்க்யூ சார். வாழ்க வளமுடன் சார்.
நான் இன்னைக்கு பண்ணது வீடியோ பர்பஸஸ்க்காக தான். பட் ஐ வுட் நாட் சஜஸ்ட் எனிபடி டு டூ இட் இன் டெரஸ் ஆர் எனி அவுட்டோர் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ். வாழ்க.
தேங்க்யூ. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Okay, great. வாழ்க வளமுடன். We'll end this session. Thank you so much all. We'll meet in next class. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Take care.